Right. Hello. Can you hear me okay? Everything coming? Oh, yep. Looks like everything's okay. Let me know if you can't hear something. Perfect. Cheers to. Hello, Mike Conterio. Everybody had a good weekend? Fine, thanks. To hear. Oh, that's working. A little bit loud, isn't it? Let me turn that down again. Try that again. Is that about right? That's Lagnag's not on the mixing desk at the moment, so I'm having to do that. It's it is. Then it's that. Good. Mysterious or unprofessional, you decide. I'm definitely going to get this wrong, and it's going to be hilarious. Hashtag totes profesh. Excellent. Am I extremely quiet? Can people hear me? The sound effects are more audible. Let me just play another sound effect just to see. I'm mildly quiet. Okay, let me up the volume. Is that any better? Is that's? It tells me I'm going into the red zone now. That's good, is it? All right. Better, but still quiet. Loud and clear. I don't know if you've got any. I assume you've checked your speakers, but it might be worth giving another go just in case. I will try and speak with clear diction as well. Let me back out a very quick go. I have one job, which is to deliver the questions. Don't mess up Lagnag's effort. That's quite right. It would be terrible if I were to waste Lagnag's hard work over, let's be honest, a couple of hours. Right. Let's just going to throw out this terrible test question just to see. I think sorted. One more minute. Yeah. Yeah, Lagnag's not very good at doing the chores, as will become very clear. Good. People are getting very good at answering that test question now. It's all right. We'll have a new one in a moment. As usual, my my own stream is horrendously behind, but that doesn't matter. Lagnag still. Well, we'll see in the intro video whether Lagnag has learned how to operate the shower yet. Good. All right. That's a lightning speed there, Gigantobear. Very good. Eat. Oh, we got some fireworks now, because that's how you start a quiz. Oh yeah. Not really lightning. Very slow lightning. Lightning's got quite a long way to travel, hasn't it? Fairness. Oh, did I assume. I have to do that thing with the thing. Have a look. It is constant. Ah, but C is the speed of light, in it. Hang on, lightning. That's the speed of lighting, which is slightly different. I am. Oh, it does say. It says I'm live, so that should be. I think that's all right. You tell I know what I'm doing. Right. Far be it from me to get the. Hang on, light is fast, but ning is slow. Yes. There's a. There's a. Oh, I've gone. I'm back. Am I back? Slight lag nag. Oh. Am I back now? Yes, lag nag is already. I thought you said you'd optimised the stream. I think lag nag's been horsing around instead. Let me just check I'm not doing anything. I'm all plugged in with my Ethernet cable. I think we're back. Can everybody see me? I'm still. Hello. Yep. Good. All right. Without further ado, then. Otherwise, that caption will be increasingly inaccurate. Bang. Time. Start. In the usual fashion. Hello, everybody. Hello. How's it going? Oh, and hello, Marcus Pike. Great to see you. Welcome to Lagnag's quiz. As usual, Lagnag has written the questions. I am just reading them out. As you see, yeah, Lagnag still has not learnt how to use the shower, and it's getting very annoying. But more on that in a sec. This would normally be the Queen Eaters quiz, but obviously that's not happening at the moment. So instead, we have this nonsense. Yes, you may have noticed that the intro video doesn't change very much at the moment. We'll see. Wait, hang on. Is it actually going on again? Ah, right. The lag's so bad that I've only just seen the video come through on my screen. So that's good, isn't it? Right. There's a script. I'm going to follow the script, innit? So yes. So normally this quiz is for charity. So if you feel like making a donation and you're able to, then great. But that of course is entirely optional. If you do, let me know. Love to know about it. A couple of people already have, which is very nice. Mechanics. I am using QuizKit. If you've not played before, you may need to fiddle around with it to get it to work. There's some instructions below the video. I know it's hard to believe there is a script, but there's quite a lot of bits where it says improvise, and then there's nothing else. So if you're on computer, you might need to authorize the extension. You can do that by moving your mouse over the video, and then there's a thing you have to click on. More like guidelines is very not helpful. If it's not working, then post a message. We'll do a test question. Close any internet heavy services you're not using. If the interactivity breaks, then do feel free to just play along and put the number of questions you've got right in the chat. That's fine. I know you're brilliant. Even if Twitch is not aware of that fact and fails to keep your score. So let's have a look. Let's bring up the test questions. So, are you doing Lagnag? Well, Lagnag is in the doghouse, or the horse house, because Lagnag's not been very good at doing the chores. Regular viewers will know that one of Lagnag's chores is doing a production of Madame Butterfly every week, and barely managed a lackluster version of The Tempest this week, didn't we, Lagnag? With a wooden spoon as Caliban. Not very good, is it? So let's bring up that test quiz. So because Lagnag's so bad at the chores, the question is going to be about that. But hopefully you can see some rules coming up on the screen. If not, like I say, you might need to fiddle around with the quiz kit to get to work. The rules are each question is worth 10,000 points to start with, but as time goes on, that number will decrease to 0 over the course of 10 seconds. If you get a question right, then you will earn that number of points. If you get it wrong, you will lose that number of points. So it's up to you how much you feel like gambling. If you're a complete wuss, you can let it time out, but only complete wusses do that, or people who are good at strategy. One of the two. Right. You can't see the rules. Of course you can't see the rules. Hopefully now you can see the rules. So there we go. That's right. Hopefully that's coming up now. It tells me it's showing it to you. And I can't believe that QuizKit would lie to me and Lagnag and our 12 viewers, or however many it is. Slightly more than that, to be fair. Right. Okay, so we're gonna have a test question now, and part of this test question is so that I make sure I know what I'm doing. And you'll notice that's the last question from last week. So we'll just replace that with the test question. Kablamo. Of course, Kablamo means you have to take a drink if you're playing the Lagnag's Quiz drinking game. Better, right. Right, the question is, what punishment is most appropriate for Lagnag for failing to do the chores? Is it 100 push-ups, a rude tweet, watching the entire back catalogue of Noel's house party, or taking part in this quiz? So I'm going to start the question going. Hopefully you can see it. It might be slightly out of sync with what I say, so that adds a little bit of an extra frisson. Take a drink. And you'll also notice that the options are not in the same order that I read them out. So you'll have to stay on your toes, because this is a white knuckle ride. Based on some of the feedback I received last week, I'm going to be putting the questions in the question box, but I'm not going to put the answers in. I'm just going to read them out and then bring them up. Hopefully that'll go a little bit faster. Be alert! Correct. You should be presumably alterable. Hello, welcome to the quiz. Presumably alterable. I'm guessing it may not be given. Well, maybe I don't know. I'm not going to guess your intentions. Let's reveal the answer. Right. Quality. Right. So 2 people thought 100 push-ups was a good punishment. 2 people thought a rude tweet. 5 people thought that taking part in this quiz was a sufficient punishment. Unfortunately, Lagnag already knows the answers, so I can't subject Lagnag to this week, but maybe next week. And 6 people thought that watching the entire back catalogue of Noel's house party was an appropriate punishment, which I think you're cruel. You're cruel people. You don't think a horse can do a push-up? Well, we'll see. See if a horse can do a push-up. You say 15 players. It might only be 15 people who've answered that question. Other people might be tactically gambling or hedging their bets. I've got 16 people listed here. There's not actually have any more. You don't think... What do you mean Lagnag doesn't have legs? Lagnag's a horse. Horses have legs. Congratulations, Gigantobear, for slightly more lightning-fast reflexes this time. And everybody else for getting the, quote, right answer, unquote. But, of course, there's about that. It's not There's no right answer there, but you were still the fastest. Eat. Get rid of that nonsense and bring up the other nonsense. So, da, da, da. Let's get on with it then. So if you were trying to take part and things didn't work, fiddle around a bit. But if all else fails, just play along and just tell me how many questions you got right in the comments. All right, it's time for round 1. Round 1 is tasty oats. So I think Lagnag was probably hungry when writing these questions. So I'm just going to turn off video to try and save your bandwidth. All these questions are going to pertain to oats in some form or another. So let's bring up the rules. Okay. In the horrible Blue Peter Roll dystopia, all horses have eggs. What? I'm terrified, frankly. Right. Hopefully you're seeing some instructions come up. And with that, I'm going to bring up question number 1. So, ready? Let's get quizzy. Ah, good. That'll do. Right. OT McOatface. That would have been clever, but I don't think Lagnag was quite clever enough to come up with that pun. Right, here we go. Question number 1. What title links a 1982 song by Hall & Oates and a 2006 song by Nelly Furtado? Title links a 1982 song by Hall & Oates and a 2006 song by Nelly Furtado. Is it Man Eater, Ant Eater, Death Eater, or Oat Eater? Is it Man Eater, Ant Eater, Death Eater, or Oat Eater? Like to start with some questions that are not too tricky, so you can build up those points. Ready for later on. You'll need to start gambling with them. It says that all of the answers are just about in. Death Eaters are, of course, from Harry Potter. And as are Anteaters, because Harry Potter was actually an anteater in disguise, as explained in a J.K. Rowling tweet from 5 seconds ago. And well, you've got to go listen to that song because it's Man-Eater. So we've got 13 people went for that. 1 person went for Anteater. I'm guessing might be Gay Snake Vision, or it might not be. Anteater is in Roald Dahl Horrible Rhymes, and I would say that the Nelly Furtado song also has horrible rhymes in it. And with that, let's bring up question number 2. Question number 2 is, where did Captain Lawrence Oates famously say, "I am going outside, I may be some time"? Question number 2, where did Captain Lawrence Oates famously say, "I'm going outside, I may be some time"? Was it the Arctic Circle, Antarctica, in orbit, or Lidl? It Arctic Circle, Antarctica, in orbit, or Lidl? I think Lagnag's Googling skills might be ending up with things that are not quite oats. The horse sense of the word. But then again, I'm impressed that Lagnag can bring hooves up to the keyboard in the first place. All right, answers are supposedly in. I say all of those places very dangerous to leave, with the possible exception of in orbit. But correct answer is, of course, Antarctica. 12 people got that right. 3 people went for the Arctic Circle, and 1 person, I think I can guess who it is, went for Lidl. You can only go to Lidl now if you stay alert. See any germs flying at you, you must dodge them with your ninja-like reflexes. You definitely have. It's the Himalayas. It was not the Himalayas. I should have put that as an option. I mean, Lagnag should have put that as an option. Great. I am going to put the answers up here because you'll need them. Kablamo. I'm taking a drink. Question number 3. Identify the Latin name for oats amongst the Harry Potter spells. Identify the Latin name for oats amongst the Harry Potter spells. Is it Avena Sativa, Sectum Sempra, Expecto Patronum, or Colloportus? Options again are Avena Sativa, Sectum Sempra, Expecto Patronum, or Colloportus. I've got to say, if you cast a spell that made oats fly everywhere in Harry Potter, it would greatly improve the films. Then again, oh no, Lagnag very happy. Apparently, there's half horses in the films as well, so that's good. Right, let's reveal the answer. It was, of course, Avena Sativa. Expecto Patronum 1 person went for. That's what you use to conjure up a Patronus in Harry Potter. Colloportus is used to lock doors, apparently. And Sectum Sempra is very, very nasty, if I recall. There we go. Avena Sativa. The Harry Potter spell, I think, is Avada Kedavra. That's one of the forbidden spells in it, whatever they're called. Avena Sativa is the Latin name for oats. Isn't that nice? And the final question in round 4. Oats round. So question number 4. Oat Mountain overlooks the San Fernando Valley in which US state? Oat Mountain overlooks the San Fernando Valley in which US state? The options are Washington, Massachusetts, California, or Texas. Options again: Washington, Massachusetts, California, or Texas. And oh, that's a quality joke. That is from Gigantobear. Avada Kedavra is a serial killer. Yes. Excellent. If I could give you 10,000 points for that, then I probably wouldn't. But I would do a funky dance. And hopefully that would be benefit rather. Oh, you start from Linda? What? Oh, they'd be serialized. Oh, I see what we do. Oh, it's slightly different. Serialized. Yes. Do a series. Right. Anyway, revealing the answer. The correct answer to that question was California. So 10 people. Yeah, I'm impressed by that. I guess the San Fernando kind of gives a clue that it's going to be around there where the Mexican border is. It's quite near. It's quite near Los Angeles, San Fernando Valley. I have never been, but Lagnag desperately wants to go to see if Oat Mountain is full of oats. So 10 for California, 2 for Texas, 1 for Washington, and 1 for Massachusetts. And it's the end of round 1. I don't think I ever mentioned there's 5 rounds, 4 questions each for those who've not played before. At the end of round 1, I will now show you the scores. We'll see who is top. I'll read out the top 10 results. And at the top, very nice, from Mike Conterio with 36,000. Good work. Just behind are the Stubbs family Robinson on 35. My dad on 33. Klazor on 32. Black Sheep Girl 87 on 27. Presumably alterable, has altered their score up to 24, along with Gigantobear. Contestant number 7 is on 21. If you wish to de-anonymize yourself, feel free to do so in the chat. Little Else on 19, and Stimwom and Fitzling Plane on 17. And that's the end of round 1. It is ridiculous, yes. Your contestant number 7. Right, thank you, Volandum. I will endeavour to give your correct name when I read out the scores. Now, oh no, why the long face? Oh yeah, because you're gonna have to watch Noel's house party later. That's why. I just get. We'll see. I might get you to do all of those punishments until you learn to put on proper performances of Madame Butterfly. Outrageous. So, how's everybody getting on then? Starting to get people at work message me and saying I saw you on the Twitch with the horse, and it's all right. I wouldn't want to get the wrong impression about my state of mind. And with that, let's get on with round 2. Round 2 is improved music. We've got some pieces of music for you here, and Lagnag has improved all of them. See in what manner Lagnag has improved. Well, you won't see, you will hear how Lagnag improves them in a moment. So let's. You're going that way, are you? Where are you going? Dear. Right, we'll turn off the video then, shall we? Right, so improvised music. I can do that as well. I can do that. I used to do that loads. I've done improvised music with you, in fact. Right, so let's bring up question number 5 then. The question number 5 is going to be from some music from a computer game. Lagnag has slightly altered it and improved it, in fact. But I would like to know which game begins with this music. Let me just play it for you now. There we go, you get that? Oops, hello. We'll give that one more go and then I will bring up the question. The options are Pong, Q*bert, Pac-Man, or Lagnag's Quest for the Golden Oats. Again, Pong, Q*bert, Pac-Man, or Lagnag's Quest for the Golden Oats. That's a jam. It is. It is quite the jam. Of course, normally that piece of music goes so fast that it's very hard to pick up all of the subtle melodies and harmonies present. But not the case here because Lagnag has improved it. If I were to play the original. Oops, that is the music for Pac-Man. So, ooh, hello. 7 people went for that. 2 people picked out Q*bert. 1 person went for Lagnag's Quest for the Golden Oats. Hello, Gay Snake Vision. I've got to say that's fewer than I was expecting. But then maybe I have led a very sheltered, video game obsessed life. Q*bert is perhaps less famous for. It's less famous than Pac-Man and Pong, but it's still one of those classic games from that sort of era. Lagnag's Quest for the Golden Oats, only available for the Nintendo Wii Cast, which is a very rare games console. All right. Question number 6 then. I don't know what the word "nake" means. I'm terrified to. Oh, I see. Right. Fair enough. Right. Question number 6. Which TV theme has Lagnag reversed in this clip? Oh, hello. I'll give you that one more time, and I'll read out the options. Right, okay, the options there are... the options are Family Guy, South Park, The Simpsons, or Rick and Morty. That up. Okay, one more time. There we go. Right. That's Lagnag clearly improving all of these. I don't know why Lagnag's not got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, but only a matter of time. All right. Let's. Oh, I haven't got it. Have I not got it? I've not got it forwards. How do I not have it forwards? I do have it forwards. Here it is. Here it is. Definitely It's definitely coming now. There we go. That's of course the theme to The Simpsons. 12 people got that. One person went for Family Guy, and one person went for Rick and Morty. I'm guessing one of those people is Gay Snake Vision. I'm guessing the other is probably Little Else. And with that, let's move on to question number 7. You may not know, but Lagnag is a well-known singer, and Lagnag has added some vocals to this song. Otherwise, left it pretty much unchanged, to be honest. So let's listen to a bit of that song. There's a message from you in the air. Right, should we give that one more go? I love the way that Lagnag uses tone and harmonies there. There's a message from you in the air. There we go. That is quite the hit now that it's got Lagnag on it. Right. The options are Get It On, Need You Tonight, Paint It Black, or Crazy Horses. Those options again: Get It On, Need You Tonight, Paint It Black, or Crazy Horses. I'll play it one more time. There's a message from you in the air. Right, okay. How did you do on that? Lagnag remix. Yes, Lagnag, not quite as well known as Calvin Harris or anyone like that, but surely not far off. Sounds like all the answers are in, and the correct answer was Crazy Horses. Yes, it was the fourth seemingly joke option. But no, that was actually Crazy Horses. 2 people went for Paint It Black. And there's one more question in this round. And let's bring that up. Right, add a little enter there. Often heard on the radio, what is this piece of music called? When it hasn't been improved by Lagnag, and I will play you Lagnag's version now. Similarly, oh no, that's the theme tune. We don't want to hear the theme tune. I mean, I'll play the one more time. There we go. Right, okay. The options, what is that piece of music called when it's not been altered by Lagnag? Is it the Balalaika Gap, the Typewriter, Flight of the Bumblebee, or A Grand Grand Overture? Options, I'll play it one more time over the options. Oops. Hello, hello, hello. There we go. Good. Right. How did you do with that? It's often heard on the radio because it is the theme tune to the news quiz. What is the piece of music called? It is called The Typewriter. Got those answers there. Oh, that split the room. That has 5 people went for The Typewriter. 4 for A Grand Grand Overture. 1 for Flight of the Bumblebee. So The Typewriter does actually feature a genuine typewriter. It's by Leroy Anderson. Grand Grand Overture, I love that piece because it features 3 Hoover vacuum cleaners and an electric floor polisher tuned to E flat. And that piece is dedicated to President Hoover, apparently. Because of course it is. Flight of the Bumblebee, I guess, doesn't pause quite so much. I'll play that for you. Let me play it for you without the slow down. There we go. Okay, it's the end of round 2. So let's show you those scores. And up the top, oh, hello. There's quite the battle going on up there. We've got Stubbs Family Robinson only just ahead of Clezor, both on 69. Black Sheep Girl 87. Solid third place of 55, along with Mike Conterio. My dad's on 50. Zapiton on 41. Stimwom and Gigantobear on 33. Contestant number 16, I don't think has de-anonymized themselves, on 32. Let me know who you are. And a Fitzling Plane on 27. And commendable effort as well to Gay Snake Vision, who is on minus 59. Presumably means you accidentally got one of the questions right. So there we go. That's the end of my ability to find the correct thing to play. Well, it has actually it's gone. The button to play the music's gone. All right. Well, this calls for the age-old method of me singing the theme tune. So here we go. Do 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 do. There we go. Right, you keep expecting Ken's username to actually be my dad. You can check. Well, I don't know if you can. You change it. I guess presumably alterable knows that. Assuming they have altered. They may not have altered then. I don't know. I only sung. What do you mean? I only sung the. That's the normal. That's what normally happens. But in fairness, I've got through all of it. I can bring it. I can. Oh, this is. I might accidentally blast you with a piece of my standard music here. No, it's all right. Nope. Nope. I did. There we go. That was. If you can identify that song from one beat, I will be extremely impressed. Right. There's nothing more to say. So hopefully I will actually give you the theme now. Alphabet! Outstanding work! Well done. Yes, that was... What's the name of the song? Fascination. Well done. That's... Oh, man. I'm impressed. If I could give you 10,000 points, I would. You don't just award points for terrible puns on this quiz. Let's move on to round 3. Round 3 is general knowledge. Yes, there's a general knowledge round in the middle of here. I know it's normally at the end. It moves around. I'm rambling, so I'm going to get rid of this. Bring up the question. And Lagnag's put in a question that was all about the Simpsons. We've already had a question about the Simpsons, haven't we? Lagnag. Oh well, we'll answer the question anyway. But it's not just about the Simpsons, so that makes it okay. Come on. It's fine. The Simpsons bit is hiding off the right-hand side of the screen, so you can't see it. Perfect. Question number 9 then. What name is shared by The Great Gatsby and also Homer Simpson? What name is shared by The Great Gatsby and also Homer Simpson? The options are D, J, K, or Beyonce. Options again, D, J, K, or Beyonce. They're all quality names. Only one of them shared by both The Great Gatsby and Homer Simpson. I'm just scrolling back. These don't have pause. I missed what the context for that was. But, I'm too uncultured for either of those things. Well, fair enough. The Great so it's Homer Simpson's middle name is J, and the Great Gatsby's first name is J. So the correct answer was A. And oh, very good. 14 people got that correct. One person went for D. Nobody went for K, and I'm guessing it was Gay Snake Vision who went for Beyonce. Flight of the Bumblebee having pauses. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, pause. Oh, I see. Ah, dear. Bit slow. Unlike a bumblebee. Right, this next question is going to require a little bit of clarification, so I'm going to put in. Much like government advice, it's so unclear it needs clarification. Right, question number 10. Which of these has the most lines? Is it a limerick, the current US flag, if you define a line as a red or white horizontal stripe, and not counting any of the stuff with stars and all that? Is it a sonnet, or is it the National Rail logo, if you count the minimal number of lines required to draw it? God, that's a complicated question, isn't it? Send Lagnag off to writing school. Question 10 again. Which of these has the most lines? Limerick, the current US flag, if you treat a line as a red or white horizontal stripe, sonnet, or the National Rail logo, you count only the minimal number of straight lines required to draw it. Question up. Yeah. Of course, you may have expected. Lagnag is incredibly alert, as we all should be, and Lagnag was worried that there was going to be a haiku there, but it's all right because there was no haiku.
Haiku alert!
Oh no!
Haiku alert!
Oh no, Lagnag, it's just the haiku alarm. It's not. You don't need to worry about. No, you don't need to. No, it's not the fire alarm. No, it's not the. Oh. Come back. Oh. This is. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Oh, it's open. You can come in. You can come in. Oh, never mind. Well, in the meantime, that's. Sometimes I look at what I'm doing here and I wonder what is wrong with me. I'm going to reveal the answer now. It's the sonnet. Sonnet's got 14 lines. Current US flag's only got 13 stripes on it, compared to 14. Limerick's got 5 lines. National Rail logo has got, well, the minimum number of lines you need is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like 2 horizontal lines and then some diagonal ones to make them into arrows. Better than a Radio 4 play, in fairness, that is true. Lucy's complex dilemma. Suggest you leave your windows open at all times. That's actually I don't know why I didn't think of that. That would be that would save me quite a lot in glazier bills, wouldn't it? Don't you need 8 lines for the logo? I believe you only need 5. Good. All cleared up. Outstanding. Question number 10. Question number 11 then. I can math. The logo. Well, it kind of does have double arrows. It's like, but they're sort of merged into each other. Yeah, it is only 13. Grandpa Simpson who comes out with something like that's the star. He refuses to recognise some of the stars. Anyway, question number 11: Who supposedly owned a stable in Cambridge, offering customers a choice: hire the horse nearest the door or don't? Supposedly owned a stable in Cambridge, offering customers a choice: hire the horse nearest the door or don't. The options are William of Ockham, Thomas Hobson, Walter Plinge, or Gordon Bennett. Options again: William of Ockham, Thomas Hobson, Walter Plinge, or Gordon Bennett. It's there is a way. There's a way to work it out, in theory. There's a phrase you need to be aware of in order to do so. It's not just. This would be quite. If this wasn't famous in any way, this would be quite a harsh question, I think. Like of the what number am I thinking of variety, but there is method to my complete insanity. So that would suggest I have a feeling there's going to be more than one incorrect answer here. But we'll see. See. Max insanity. That is true. Right. The reason this is famous is because supposedly offering someone a choice when they don't really have a choice, they just have a take it or leave it choice, that's known as Hobson's choice. Correct answer was Thomas Hobson, after whom that phrase is named. So 11 people got that right. Well done. 2 people went for William of Ockham, who is known for Ockham's razor. Simplest explanation's probably the correct one. Walter Plinge is a term used in acting, but nobody went for that. And Gordon Bennett, one person went for. That is, of course, a phrase meaning surprise or exclaiming, "Blimey!" Stables is now part of Cats. I did not know that. Stuff. So there we go. Famous local Cambridge stable owner. That time for question. Oh, it was on Only Connect, was it? Quite a while. It also turned up on the Chase, and of course Bradley Walsh started laughing at it for about 5 minutes. Much like how he laughed at my face. Question number 12. By what name is the medical condition Singultus better known? By what name is the medical condition Singultus better known? The options are colour blindness, flatulence, hiccups, or horse elbow. Options again: colour blindness, flatulence, hiccups, or horse elbow. Is that the link to Lucy's complex dilemma? I do like that. Not being able to follow suit. Oh, Hobson's choice. I suppose it is. Yes. Wait, no, hang on. Follow suit or don't. Something like that. Oh, you really used to live working. Oh, Hobson House is a. Oh, you used to work there. Nice. You get the choice of working there or not working there. That is a choice. Singultus. Oh, not being able to. Oh, Singultus. Oh, I see. Being able to follow suit. Singultus. No, it would have to be Voidus, wouldn't it? Singultus would be. It's Hobson's choice. Either you play the card or you get up and leave the bridge table. Enough of that. Correct answer, Singultus, is actually hiccups. 7 people went for that. 3 people went for flatulence. I don't know if that's got, maybe that does have a technical name, but I didn't look it up. Surprisingly, when I was looking up the sound effects for this quiz, I did not look up flatulence. Colour blindness, 3 people went for. I guess that's known as protanopia, deuteranopia, tritanopia. Lots of different names. And horse elbow, nobody went for that because it doesn't exist, as far as I'm aware. And that's the end of round 3. So let's show those scores. And who's up top? Oh, hello. Stubbs Family Robinson have extended their lead a little. They're now on 97,000. Clesor on 69. Oh, sorry, excuse me, 89. Excuse me. My dad's on 69. Mike Conterio 66. Fitzling Plain on 64. Black Sheep Girl on 63. Zapiton 59. Giganta Bear on 55. Aquilum Zero on 51. And contestant number 16 on 48. Yeah, there's it is starting to spread out a little bit. But there's still all to play for. There's two rounds to go in it. That's the end of round 3. I am totally going to play a noise to mark the end of. There we go. There's a. Oh, Lagnag's very excited about the remaining. You've messed up your chores. You're not allowed on camera. It's time for round 4. Scores are always covering my video. That's not the round. Round 4 is pictures. Probably the best you can't see. Let me bang almost over there. There we go. I did that intentionally so that Lagnag could not be seen on camera until completing a proper rendition of Madame Butterfly. So, as usual, I'm going to. Let me just check first. I haven't done anything stupid. Well, not anything unintentionally stupid, anyway. Let's bring up question number 13. There we go. Excellent. That's worked perfectly. Right. Question number 13. You may recognize Jacinta Ardern there. She is the Prime Minister of which country? Question number 13 again. Jacinta Ardern, who you can see here, is the Prime Minister of which country? The options are Australia, South Africa, New Zealand, or Venezuela. Those options again: Australia, South Africa, New Zealand, or Venezuela. It's fine on the mobile. There we go. That's the benefit. If you want to see Lagnag's terrible face, and also my terrible face. Always Venezuela. Is it always Venezuela, though? Is it? It might be Venezuela. It might not be Venezuela. Those are the mechanics of a quiz. Well, results are in. Reveal the answer. Correct answer is, of course, New Zealand. Whopping 17 people got that right, and 1 person did actually go for Venezuela. I presume, again, that was gay snake fishing. But sometimes I wonder if it could be Gigantobear, because we do have a running joke of picking Venezuela. That when it is Venezuela, we often miss it. Just to clear up the others, South Africa's president is Cyril Ramaphosa. The Australian Prime Minister is Scott Morrison, and the Venezuelan president at the moment is Nicolas Maduro. With that, I'm going to bring up question number 14. There we go. And a little bit of an improvement again. Oh no, is it buffering? I hope it improves. Got a logo here. Lagnag's. I guess this could have been from last week where we talked about Lagnag's film career, but this is a very lesser known cameo. Of course, the of course we all know what sound effect played when this was on the screen. But in the meantime, I'm going to put up the options, which are which company's logo has been defaced here. Is it Paramount, MGM, Columbia, or DreamWorks? Paramount, MGM, Columbia, or DreamWorks? Bring those options up, and of course, let's see if we can have the appropriate. Let's have the appropriate music and sound effect. There we go. Wouldn't it be much better if every film started with that? I think it would. Revealing the answer now. The correct answer is, of course, MGM. The sponsors round. No, there's no. Believe me, if MGM was sponsoring this quiz, it would not be this terrible. I'll just put it. There we go. Metro Golden Mayer, MGM. 2 people went for Paramount, and 1 person went for DreamWorks. Nobody went for Columbia. Swiftly on then. Question number 15 is, which religion uses this symbol? Another one of Lagnag's new tattoos. Which religion uses this symbol? Is it Sikhism, Buddhism, Zoroastrianism, or Jedi? What options again? Sikhism, Buddhism, Zoroastrianism, or Jedi? That's not. It means art. Art. Oh no. But I must say, I am surprised you managed to get that past the filters, because wasn't somebody said something very innocuous last week and it got filtered out and they got banned or something. Oh well. If there's any children watching, cover their eyes and sing lullabies until Ask Gracia Artis is off the screen. Right. Oh, and the correct answer, that is the Dharma wheel, or the Dharma chakra, the Noble Eightfold Path, which is associated with Buddhism. 7 people got that right. 2 people went for Jedi. Greetings, K-Snake Vision, and probably somebody else. And 2 people went for Sikhism. Nobody went for Zoroastrianism for the thing I can't pronounce. You played too much. Again, yes, Gigantavare. An advantage of playing Civ 5. Greet. Condolences for pressing the wrong thing. Meanwhile, we will move on to the next question. Now, there was a very well-known photograph from the Depression era, and here it is. And this was, in fairness, this was during Lagnag's base jumping phase. So don't worry, Lagnag has got a parachute hidden on their person. I'm not going to tell you where it is. And with that, the question number 16 is, what is the current name of this New York skyscraper? I think it's quite a hard question. What's the current name of this New York skyscraper, which was under construction, the picture, and in fact I guess it had a, what did we, where, oh, well, we'll tell you when you're older. So again, what is the current name of this New York skyscraper? Is it the Rockefeller Center, the Empire State Building, the Chrysler Building, or Elvis has left that building? Rockefeller Center, Empire State Building, Chrysler Building, or Elvis has left the building? Lagnak did not forget to attach the rope, though. I've got to say, with Lagnag's poor run of technical support, I would not trust Lagnag to get me base jumping. Lagnag has, of course, tried to persuade me to go base jumping many times. But, the most dangerous thing I do is extreme ironing. With that, I will reveal the answer. This was actually the Rockefeller Center. And oh, hello. Oh, that's brutal. That's brutal. That's nine people went for the Empire State Building. 4 people went for the Chrysler Building. Only 2 people got the correct answer on Rockefeller Center, and one of them was K-Snake Vision. Oh, what a brutal question that was. So one person then has intentionally got the correct answer, and everybody else has been knocked down. That's, oh my word, what an ending to round 4 that is. Yeah, exactly. Elvis has left the building. Nobody went for that. That's. Oh man. Well, this musical sting cannot hope to cover the emotions there. Oh wow, that was blimey. Right. Okay. Well, let's bring up the scores then. I really want to know who it was that got that right, other than Gay Snake Vision. Stinwom, well done. Good knowledge there. Blimey, right. And who's at the top of the leaderboard? It is still the. It's close at the top of the board. We've got Stubbs Family Robinson on 118, Clesor just behind on 115. And then we've got Zapiton on 86, Black Sheep Girl 87 on 80. My dad's on 79, just behind Black Sheep Girl. Mike Contario on 75, Gigantobear 74, Stinwom on 70 after that bombshell, along with Aquilum 0 and a Fitzling Plane on 67. Nagnag's got open mouth. Yeah, that's. Do you want some oats? Can't have your oats until you've put on the Madame Butterfly production. Melandum, second to last place, so you can see Gay Snake Vision. Well, it's a brutal scoring system this quiz has got. Absolutely brutal. Takes no prisoners. Truly a terrifying and scary quiz, this one. Meanwhile, let's get on with the last round then. Round 5. Round 5 is annoyingly vague answer. Zzz. There should be a zzz. There's no zzz. Well, I'm gonna have to remove all the answers then, except for one. Frankly, might make this quiz a little bit too easy. So, there we go. We have the S. There we go. We've got the S. Lagnag, did you eat the S? It's not an oat. They're not oats. Oh dear. Well, with that, we're going to bring up next question. Actually, we're going to put up an old question, and we're going to replace it with a new question. Yes, for those who've not done this an annoyingly vague answers round before, this is basically general knowledge, but with weird options. Try and be as irritating as possible, which is very much the mission statement of this quiz. All right. Question number 17. Music. The British equivalent of the American word half note is an example of what? So if an American called something a half note, think about what we would call that, and it's an example of what? A palindrome, a pangram, an autonym, or pick me to lose points? Those options again. That word, British word, is it a palindrome, a pangram, an autonym, or a pick me to lose points? This is I think Lagnag might have phoned it in on this question to try and think of a joke answer. I'm always very impressed by Lagnag's laziness. Amusingly, I've still got my stream up on the top left, watching the quiz. It's only just reached question 4, so hopefully you're on question 17 by now with me, or at least with my broadcasting self rather than my receiving self. Went for the wrong one. The correct answer, well, a half note is a minim, half a semi-breve. So say the minim is a palindrome. 6 people went for that. Hear the answer 4 times and got nothing. I'm very sorry to hear that. All right, I know that you're amazing, even if Twitch is too terrible to record your score. I shall shake my fist at Twitch on your behalf. But pangram, one person went for, that is a sentence that's got all the letters of the alphabet in, like quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Pick me to lose points. One person went for that. I think I can guess who it is. That is not a lexical term. And an autonym is what is a word for a group of people, but in their language. So Deutsch or Français, I suppose, would be examples of autonyms. And minim is a palindrome. One of my alternative one of Lagnag's alternative options when writing that question was alternates consonants and vowels, and then unfortunately Lagnag realised that minim does that. I had to remove that as an option. Auto antonym, right? Oh, I see, a word that is its own opposite. Yes. Right, question number 18, and this question is quite rendering on the screen. Let's move it around a bit. Grand tradition that this quiz has of formatting things on the fly. Question number 18. Queen of the Fairies in Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream is the name of the largest moon of which planet? Queen of the Fairies in A Midsummer Night's Dream by Shakespeare. That's the name of the largest moon of which planet? The options are Venus, Saturn, Uranus, or Planet Hollywood. Again, those options are Venus, Saturn, Uranus, or Planet Hollywood. Minin Pokemon. Okay, I do not know that Pokemon. Then again, there's about 5 million Pokemon by this point. I have not caught them all in my brain. Right. None. They're probably both Pokemon. I'll probably Saturn, Venus, Uranus, and Planet Hollywood are Pokemon as well. But I shall now reveal the answer, which is Uranus. The Queen of the Fairies is Titania. That is the largest planet of Uranus. Saturn's largest moon is Titan, so not a million miles away. I suppose in real space it is a million miles away, but lexically it is not very far away. Venus doesn't have any moons to my knowledge, and Planet Hollywood, one person went for that. Hello, Gay Snake Vision. Yeah. Question. Yes, all of the Uranus moons are named after Shakespeare characters, I believe. Most of them. All of them. Right, question number 19. The song that won the 1974 Eurovision Song Contest was itself an event that happened in what year? Question number 19 again. The song that won the 1974 Eurovision Song Contest was an event that happened in what year? Was it 1666, 1789, 1815, or 1936? There's options again: 1666, 1789, 1815, or 1936. This is just a whole bunch of years thrown at you. Miranda. Oh yes, Miranda. Yes, Miranda is from the Tempest, which Lagnag, of course, portrayed with a frying pan alongside wooden spoon Caliban. And as for question number 19, the song that won the 1974 Eurovision Song Contest, that was Waterloo by ABBA. Generously, I basically only required the century. Correct answer is 1815, when Waterloo was. I think the date's in the song, isn't it? I'm sure you can all sing that song by heart. I certainly couldn't. I genuinely couldn't. 10 people went for 1815. One person went for 1666, which was the Fire of London. Two people went for 1789, that's the storming of the Bastille, amongst other things. And nobody went for 1936, the year of the Three Kings. Edward VIII abdicated, so he could marry the Simpsons. Oh no, the Simpsons are back. Oh man. Great. Moving very swiftly on to the final question. Away from the Shakespeare. Question number 19. Number 20. I can count. Question number 20. What word best describes the design on the Isle of Man's flag? What word best describes the design on the Isle of Man's flag? The options are biped, triped, quadruped, or icosaped. What word best describes the design on the Isle of Man's flag? Is it biped, triped, quadruped, or icosaped? Feeling I might have spelt some of these options wrong. Oh well. I mean, Lagnag spelt some of these options wrong. Lagnag. Well. And this is. I should have a. Let's see. Well, I think at least I have. I believe the correct option has been spelt correctly. And there's 3 legs with feet on the end of them, sort of arranged in a 3-pointed star in the Isle of Man's flag. So triped would be the right, or the closest at least. 12 people went for that. Appropriately, 4 people went for quadruped, and 1 person went for icosaped. Hello, Gay Snake Vision. That would be 20 feet, and would be too many feet for 1 flag. Oh, it's brutal scoring system, but you gotta punt it if on the last round. Speaking of which, that's the end of round 5 and the end of the quiz. All right. So, first, before I reveal the final results, thank you very much for coming along. I hope you've enjoyed. I always have good fun every Monday evening. Remember to stay alert. In a sec, Lagnag. I guess Lagnag's got to watch the entire back catalogue of Noel's House Party as punishment. We might do some sit-ups just to rub salt in the wound. But all those. Well, it's been a close run battle between Clezor and Stubbs Family Robinson all the way through. So let's see what those final results are. And oh my word, they've swept it away. Swept it away with 152,000 points. It is the Stubbs Family Robinson. Congratulations. Award yourself a shiny. And -1 episode of Noel's House Party. I'll read out all of the results as I do at the end. Clezor on 132, very good result. Ian Cairns on 107, Zappiton 93, Black Sheep Girl 87 on 89, not far off. Number in your username. Mike Conterio in 6th place on 82, Aquilum 0 on 78, a Fitzling plane despite annoying technical issues, respectable 8th place to 77, Stimwom 9th place to 74, contestant number 16, feel free to de-anonymize yourself if you wish, on 70, Little Else on 45, KN1RU just behind on 45, Gigantobear 42, presumably Alterable has altered their score to 33, Contestant 21 on 18, 18 on 12, Volandum on 10, still a respectable score for a brutal first time at this quiz. And at the bottom, Gay Snake Vision with a very respectable -145,000. which is good work, but still not quite as large an absolute score as Stubbs Family Robinson. So exactly, it is hard. Yes, we are all grateful to your services because this is presumably some sort of zero-sum game, which means that those points have got to come from somewhere. So you've got to give them back. You can't just take points; you've got to return them. So that is the end of the quiz then, and I guess Lagnag is now going to be performing some of those sit-ups in anticipation of a wonderful Noel's House Party marathon. I've a lot of you making assumptions about gender there. But anyway, the end of the quiz. So Lagnag's going to do chores. Enjoy the rest of the week. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you next Monday, hopefully, for some more quiz. No, not the window. Oh, goodness sake.